Chapter 19. We wish to move away now from such dark things and bring you some good news. There is to be great joy for some of your world as the darkness is cleansed from many of your lives, cities and countries. Much ahead for you all to look forward to once we've cleared what it is that needs to be cleared. Some of this will be in your lifetime, but much is to come in years after some of you leave the world you live in now. Peace is to be restored for a while, as things settle after the people of your world have seen the upheaval that's to befall them. Joy, peace, and a way of life once seen but long forgotten is once again to be yours, as doors are unlocked and windows are opened without fear as you live in now. This is not for some time to come, but once again the world will see this in a way it once enjoyed. You may think this cannot be when you look around you and see the state of things now, but my friends, once the wrath of the Lord has swept through and cleansed that which needs cleaning, there will be many changes to be seen. Those who stand firm against all that's bad in today's world are to be rewarded. Those who walk with the badness and ignore our words will watch as others reap the benefits of their good works, while they have to do without the comforts they desperately need and seek for their lives to be easy and comfortable. For those who refuse to listen to us and heed our warnings, there will be only nothing and emptiness to look forward to. Dare you risk this? Do you not believe us still? Look around you. Open your eyes. See what we see and listen to what it is we tell you, and there will be hope for you also. Ignore us at your peril, for we will look after those who stand firm and strong, those who stand tall and are not afraid to say things as we tell them. They will share our words and make sure they're seen and heard far and wide. These are the ones who will reap the benefits when the time comes for the cleansing to take place. Already this has started. Read your paper, watch your news, and see the world already is suffering in ways that now come closer and closer. We warned of this before, and we said disaster will follow disaster and that it would come closer together. This is happening now as we speak to you. So why do you think we would lie to you now about what else is to follow? Did you not see or hear our words? Did those of you who read them ignore them and not warn other people? Now is the time to make sure you do not ignore us and that you do help spread our words. Much in this book we give you will have answers to much the people of your world asks us about. They won't like the answers they see, as many of them only want to do things their way. They don't want to listen and change as they laugh and think none of this is real. Those who laugh at us and ignore our words the most are the very people who profess to be talking to others of our world. Does their ignorance of us not show you how they lie about that? Do they really believe only good exists in the world of spirit? Why do they not recognize both sides of what exists here and in your world? This, my friend, shows you they're being deceived. For if they truly were having any contact with us, they would know of these things, and not only say what they know people of your world want to hear. It is not all nice and easy. It is not all goodness and peace. There is also much suffering here for those who ignored us and the teachings given down to them over all this time. There are many of your world who will continue to ignore us, as their only want is to be something they can never be. They take so many down a path of darkness with them, and those of you who listen to us now, those who help spread our words to warn others, are the ones who will benefit when these changes come. For those of you not here at the end of the final results of this cleaning process, it will be your children and families who will benefit for what you have done for them. Once you gave your children life, and now you can give them life again by teaching them the right ways, guiding them onto the right path of light, and by steering them away from all that's bad and from deception. Food for you and your loved ones will be plentiful as the others starve and struggle. Water shall be yours, and money will come to you, enough to make life so much easier. Not all will have much, but none of you who do good now will have to suffer as you do at present. Roles are to be reversed, and now we see all who follow a path of badness seemingly rewarded for their bad deeds and deception, while those who are good struggle most as they're honest and true. This, my friends, is to change, as the rule of the one who deceives is now coming to an end. It is now time for the Holy One to take over. Mock if you must, but those who listen to us will then be able to mock you when the time comes, as they sit and watch only the good benefit from their deeds, whilst those who once benefited from all the badness they did will in turn now suffer and see their actions bear no fruit. Justice is to be seen by many of you to now be done. Many have wished for this at times, as they see so much injustice in your world. Your wishes are now to be granted with that, as more and more are to fall, and those who are lowly will rise in their place. Oh, the joy you'll see and know is a wonder to behold. We see ahead to the pleasures and wonders for you who stand firm in your faith and in knowledge of all that's good. It matters not by how you come to that destination, as all that matters is the goodness, the purity, the intent behind your actions. Some will come by religion and others will not. Some will come from God and others will not. There are many ways they'll come, and if all are right, if what is in their heart is purity and goodness, all that have badness, envy, greed, deceit and lies will suffer. Envy not another of their spiritual worth, my friends, for theirs is a job you would not enjoy. It is too hard for most of you to bear, and only those we know can cope with the struggles and hatred will be able to do this work. Others will work in other ways for us also, but true spirituality comes in all ways. It's not necessary to work for us in these ways only to be of any importance to us or to mankind. Each of you has gifts of your own. You are all precious to us, yes, even those who do bad things, for we want to help save them if we can. We know many will be lost, never to be saved, but with your help many more can be. The ways we wish you to work to help us are not by trying to contact anyone of our world, but by spreading our words. You have no idea how much more important that would be in helping us with what we do than deceiving yourself and others that you can contact us. You cannot. We come to you and never the other way around. If you are chosen, you will know. If you aren't, then you cannot do these things. So why do so many try? Help us in ways you're able. It might not be as you want, but we ask you to do this for us. Spread our words. Help us to save as many of your world as we can. You are instrumental in this huge task, and without you, we cannot do it. The more you help us, the more we can avert some of the disasters to befall mankind. The more the badness swells and rots, the more mankind and the planet you live on will have to suffer. Even the universe is suffering, and yet man doesn't care. All he cares about is himself and now, what he can have for himself with no care of others. Already we hear them ask why it matters what happens after they've left this world. They're the ones with darkness, my friends, and little do they realise they will have to come back and live through the chaos they thought to leave behind them. Remember the different levels of darkness. What you think and believe to be so little is magnified when you come to us to be judged by your deeds. It may seem nothing to you now, But when we show you what the small deed resulted in, it will shock you. For each deed done, whether good or bad, has a way of escalating, as it affects not just those around you, but also often the planet and all life on it. Be ready for the good things to come your way. It will all take time, but those changes have begun. Do not expect to see things overnight or at once, but watch and see. Watch the papers and your news to see just how much things have already changed, how much badness has crept into not just your lives, but the lives of others. Everyone now is affected by badness of others in some way. It is to get much worse, and the only way to halt some of what is to come is if you act now. Listen and heed our words. Change your ways and those of people you come into contact with. Speak to them. Stand up against them if you see them do wrong, and warn them. Some will listen to you and many more will not. But for each one you turn back to goodness, your rewards will be given you. For each you turn to badness, the punishments will mount. The choice is yours, my friends, which of the paths you take. But do not say you have not been warned, for you have. You have been warned since time began, yet you ignore what is told you or shown. Will you continue to do so, or will you now rethink your ways? You have been given free will, and it is your right to exercise it as you will. Just be aware of the consequences of your actions. That is all we ask of you.